Guys, I'm the last one, so thanks for dealing with all of us. We're almost there. My name is Brian Lenoir. I worked with Pat Watson over here, who is my client and advisor, to make a mobile color theory game called Houston, which a lot of people thought it was a Texas game, but it's actually a space-themed game. So for the overview, Houston's going to be a mobile game that combines 3D objects within the player's physical world using augmented reality. Gameplay focuses on teaching color theory and testing users' knowledge on it. So I hope most of you designers in here know what color theory is. For those of you who don't, color theory is a set of principles on how you mix color and how color is used together within different compositions. And color is so important in design because it represents emotions, balance, contrast. It's color theory that the Emerald City and the Yellow Brick Road wouldn't feel the same if Wizard of Oz was in black and white, or it's thanks to color theory why Luke Skywalker's lightsaber is green and Darth Vader's is red. There's all different meanings behind these different color usages. So the problem was Pat Watson, head of interactive media and game design, wanted a new and engaging way to teach color theory to prospective game designers and test to make sure they know what they're doing, because color theory within game design is just as important as in visual design. My solution was to create an iPhone game. I'm still working on the iPad version, it's almost there. Was to use augmented reality, and I thought I would use augmented reality. For those of you who don't know, that's when 3D objects are superimposed within your camera's view, and it uses an image tracker to work together in a similar composition to where you can interact with the 3D space and it follows around with the image tracking. And the game does follow a computer simulation type of feel, so I felt like the augmented reality really fit with that theme. As you can see by the methodology, my research, when I Googled augmented reality, it's still a pretty new thing that has been used a lot. So what I noticed was IKEA actually uses this. You can download, I believe, their app, and what they do is they can place furniture within your house if you follow your camera around, and you can see how the different furniture will interact with different lighting and colors. My sketches, I just did one big giant sketch with an idea of how the logics of the programming will work and kind of how I wanted the view to look within your camera. The design development, you can just see a little bit of an example of me 3D rendering a spaceship. I did use the same model for all the spaceships, just with different colors. And the final design, that's kind of a composite idea of you can see a planet floating above your desk and the ships coming in a full spherical spawning rate. The tools I used, Blender is a 3D modeling program, and that's what I mostly use for just a simple 3D modeling. I really only had to do a few different planets and spaceships, so Blender was really helpful with that. Unity is the biggest tool I use. That's a game engine. I was able to bring in a script extension called Euphoria from Qualcomm, which is how I got the augmented reality. Photoshop is used for just most of the design parts, so the background for this presentation, which is also completely used for my poster. And because it's an image tracker, the user does have to download a PDF that has the game's instructions and a special image. So I did create, using Dreamweaver, a website where it will link to the game when it's live on the App Store, and it links to that PDF for them to download it. So what I learned in this was definitely time management skills. I think I underestimated this project, how much time it would actually take me. I did get it signed off a few days ago from Pat. It was very last minute and trying to get it all working together for the presentation. I didn't have a lot of experience with 3D modeling, so kind of the simple low polygon style really helped me get into more of the advanced modeling. There was a lot of different languages I used for the programming, C# mostly within Unity, which is what the game is made in, HTML and CSS for the website development, and there's a little bit of Swift, which is what's used in Xcode to finally compile it into the iPhone. And of course, it followed the iterative game design process, which is a lot of trial and error, quick play testing, and making sure that it actually worked. So I know a game's not a lot of you guys don't know what it actually looks like. So because the game's not on the App Store yet, I did put together almost a trailer for you guys. Also, as kind of a thank you for dealing with my presentation. So I have that up on YouTube, and here is to give you a better idea of what the game will look like.
Welcome to the home of the Outer United States Training Organization, more commonly known as Houston. Since the discovery of life beyond our system, it became our mission to protect and serve these occupied planets. A unanimous vote from the United Nations allowed us to use force against potential threats. Let us take a look at our own Earth, for example. In these training simulations, your mission is to monitor incoming ships. It is up to you to figure out which colors are friendly and which are hostile. Get ready to launch in 3, 2, 1.
Alpha to Command Center. Do you copy? This is Command Center. Over. Listen. We have a backup.
So thank you, and I'd like to open the floor for any questions. Jared? Oh, forgot to stop the YouTube. That wasn't my video.
Well, my question was, as you're developing the game, have you considered for future versions applying virtual reality, Oculus Rift?
I would definitely wanted to, yeah, that's not a technology I've had access to or been able to work with, but there's a lot of changes I do want to make to the game. One of them being adding the Oculus Rift kind of style to it. Also, color theory is a whole different thing when maybe the user is colorblind. They have different perceptions of color, so I definitely want to make different versions of that to help them. As well as right now, I'm kind of working on making an iPad version as well, so I know you could use it because you rely on your iPad. Awesome. I encourage you guys to see me in the room next door for 105. Thank you.